pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, and to the republic which stands one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Roll call, please.
Brandon,
Here.
Director Basket,
Here.
Director Clayton,
Here.
Director Allen,
Here.
Director Brown,
Here. Thank you. Moving on to item number 1, minutes of the regular meeting held October 12th, 2023.
Make a motion to approve the written.
Second. All in favor? Aye. Moving on to item number 2, committee reports. Thank you. Moving on to item number 3, general manager's report.
Update, it's been transpiring the last 2 weeks. Here and I and Ash have been meeting with Steve Lombardi and some other folks that are marketing. The digital campaign that's been started. And we'll probably be back at the end of the month with an update of how it's progressing. Last Monday, I attended, on the 16th, I attended the meeting of the Econ Alliance board meeting and was invited to and was selected to be on their board. So I need to figure out what Econ Alliance is all about. It seems like a great group of people. And a really interesting meeting over at John Hancock College for United Way. And they provided an update on the real cost measure report. And if you go online, you find it, and basically the executive summary is real extensive. But it's really insightful because that's our customer base that we serve. It gives you a good idea how hard it is for a big chunk of our community to just make it little and fly airplanes. So it's very interesting. I encourage you to go to the United homepage to real cost measurement information. This past Wednesday, yesterday, was Mayor of San Marino was at Radisson and presented us with the state of the city. Then in the afternoon, several were invited to a meeting at Adient Aerospace, which will be manufacturing business class airline seat right up the road on Skyway. It's very exciting. It's a great new addition of business that's aviation related. We have it. We're doing a lot of night work on the runway project. So out there today, it looks like we've got the final lift in. They didn't have construction in yesterday, but we're making progress. We're back on course after the issue with SoCal Gas that came up. We've entered into a temporary entry with SoCal Gas regarding the pipeline inspection where it crosses the Radisson's aircraft apron, and we agreed to limit the size of aircraft to park over the top of it until over the gas line until we get properly inspected, determine its condition. So we anticipate they'll be doing that work mid-November. Met with the auditor today. So you'll be seeing in December, as usual, the results of that audit. Oh, I've got some bad news. Carla Osborne, her last day will be with us will be a week from today. She's accepted the position with the city fire department. She'll be coordinating all their training. The good news is part of their training is our art program. So she'll still have a handout here. She's familiar with that program. So good for her, not so great for us, but we're very happy that she's had this opportunity to present to it. So that's all I have.
Any questions?
I agree.
Moving on to item number 4, manager of finance and administration report.
Thank you, Mr. President. I provided the demand register for your review and approval.
I've read through it and make a motion that these approve.
Well, second.
All in favor? Aye.
We also have the budget to actual and the financial statement. And the quarterly investment report. I'd entertain any questions you may have on that at this time.
Everyone numbers on
It does have a lot of numbers.
information.
You're welcome.
On the school board, school, joint union high school financial reports, they come up with pie charts that show the breakouts, and it's really easy to glance at and see what's bigger, smaller, etc. The chance that can be done as part of these reports.
If you give me an example, I can see what I can do, Yeah.
Thank you.
and I would be happy to prepare that for you.
They all look good to me. So,
Okay, and no other questions on there?
Melissa, any other question? No. And
That is it.
thank you, sir. Moving on to item number 5, public session. Statements from the floor will be heard during public session. Request to speak form are provided for those wishing to address the board. After completing the form, please give it to the clerk. Requests requiring board action will be referred to staff and brought on the next appropriate agenda. Members of the public are cordially invited to speak on agenda items as they occur. Staff reports covering agenda items are available for review in the offices of the general manager on Tuesday prior to each meeting. The board will establish a time limit for receipt of testimony, in this case 3 minutes. The board reserves the right to establish further time limits for receipt of testimony. So we have Director Basket, first up.
Well, I yield mine to Tom Gibbons, my time, Ken Gibbons.
I don't think we, so we can't, we can't go big. So Tom has 3 minutes. Tom?
Good evening, all. Board, public. Violations of the Brown Act. Each member of a legislative body would take an action in violation of any provision of the Brown Act. And where there is a willful deprivation of information to the public, is guilty of a misdemeanor. Got that today on an email from Facebook. They're with it today. Pursuant to the Ralph M. Brown Act, local agencies may meet in closed session to quote, confer or receive advice from legal counsel regarding pending litigation when discussion in open session concerning those matters would prejudice the position of a local agency in the litigation. Close quote, Government Code 549.6.9 parenthetical A. On February 10th of 2020, the First District of the California Court of Appeals issued a decision in Fowler versus Lafayette, the city of Lafayette. The court addressed the requirements of a local agency's closed session agenda item in order to sufficiently notify the public of threatened or anticipated litigation. We are providing a summary of the Fowler case so that local agencies are aware of the potential change to their common practice relating to closed session items. And we do understand that many public agencies, when dealing with closed session items for threatened or pending litigation, simply list the number of cases pending and do not provide any additional information. The Fowler's decision rejected that practice. I don't wanna sit up here and read all night long, but we know there's only limited reasons to use closed session, very few reasons because of the Brown. In the times to come, I'm gonna ask if I can help you guys get around this. As far back as I checked in your agenda, you guys have been doing it. And probably a good time to stop is around now. But in the near future, I'll be giving you some information so that you guys can work on it yourselves. I don't wanna be involved in the other side of it, I'd rather help with some education. In that when people are listed to be on closed session, and they don't, some of them won't know that they're walking into something that you're gonna have an attorney maybe serve them the next day. That's happened here many times. So we wanna stop it because we wanna make sure all the seats are full. Because this is a good place to come to practice the Brown Act and get really good at it. I went to a 4-H meeting last week to get tuned up, so I'll be back. Just remember what I said. It'll help you.
Thank you. Moving on to item number 6, authorization for the general managers. One director. No, they had. Oh. Authorization for the general manager, one director, and district council to attend the role of the airport attorney workshop to be held January 20th, 2024 in Monterey, California.
Thank you, Mr. President. This is a conference that the attorneys and staff have attended and found to be helpful. So we're recommending that this be approved.
Make a motion to approve.
All in favor? Moving on to item number 7, authorization for the general manager, 2 staff members, and 1 director to attend the 2024 SWAI Winter Conference to be held January 21st through the 24th, 2024 in Monterey, California.
Thank you, Mr. President. This is also, we've attended this in previous years, and directors and staff have found it to be very helpful. I'd like to recommend that it get approved.
Make a motion to approve.
I'll do the second.
I'm gonna say something. The last 4 or 5 years I've attended this, I would like to attend it again if it's okay with you.
Don't have an objection.
All in favor? Aye. Item number 8, authorization for 1 staff member to attend 2024 Air Service Data Seminar to be held January 22nd through the 24th, 2024 in Austin, Texas.
Thank you, Mr. President. This conference is to augment air service, and we try to attend every opportunity we have to go to air service development conferences. So we're recommending that this be approved.
I'll make the same motion. Approving it. I'll second it.
All in favor? Aye. Authorization, I don't know, sorry. Authorization for 1 staff member to attend the 2024 Annual California Society of Municipal Finance Officers Conference to be held January 30th through the 2nd of February, 2024 in Anaheim, California.
Thank you, Mr. President. This is a conference that I'm interested in. It is going to be for professionals, finance professionals, talking about finance, financial reporting, GASB updates, budget, financial planning. And it's, I've attended this in the past and it's been very helpful.
I'll make the motion to approve.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Item number 10, authorization for 2 staff members to attend the 2024 Medium Pump Air Service Development Conference to be held February 27th through the 29th, 2024 in Scottsdale, Arizona.
Thank you, Mr. President. This is another air service development conference. We'd like to attend all of them. So
I've been to Medium Hunt and I think it's a great development conference to attend. So,
Motion.
Second.
I'll make the motion.
all in favor?
Aye.
Item number 11, authorization for the president to execute the proposal on PFAS assessment between the district and SCS.
Mr. President, this is a contract that is in response, we've been working with FDS Engineering for at least 2 years, I believe, to address a order to investigate that was issued from the State Water Resource Control Board regarding PFAS, which is a family of chemicals that are they exist in aqueous film forming foam and triple F, which FAA requires us to use. I'm going to ask that we table this. I'd like to come back to the next meeting and do a better job presenting past and current efforts and sharing additional data so you know exactly what we're doing. Ultimately, you can read the contract presented. It's some deep boring, fine water, bring it up and test it. So I have known sites where AFFF has been used by the fire department.
Can I ask a question?
Yes, sir.
Is this part of the thing at the last conference, that there may be some money available to offset some of these expenses? Is this eligible for that?
I'm not aware of any of that. Now, I've heard conversations on, I'm not aware of that at all. We're under the gun from,
Didn't they talk about that last year in Monterey, about getting some federal funding to take and offset these?
What's been actually during it and whether these costs,
I think it's something to look at.
well, they were talking about, you have other costs, because there's a whole replacement of the material in the fire truck. What's that entail? What's that gonna cost?
Yeah.
Some people said, some industry experts that make fire trucks are recommending that you replace the whole truck. So, now times that by every airport you have in the country, and all of them to do it at the same time is insane. But, so there might be some financial assistance there in that, but this part is state driven, not federally driven. It's state water.
Everybody should know that PFAS is in your felt tip pit.
Speaking with the engineer, but he said PFAS is probably in every one of us.
Oh, yeah.
We are. All right, thank you.
Thank you.
We will now just go straight into closed session. We're now exiting closed session with reportable actions.
Thank you, Mr. President. The direction will be by the staff with respect to the other matters. With respect to item 12B, the board has voted to stay the eviction of 31 Million Kilo. And has directed staff to take appropriate action.
Moving on to item number 13, director's comments. We can go ahead and start on today's end.
I like the comment. One, when our highly esteemed and very happy he's here, Martin became director, he went around the airport, or general manager, he went around the airport and noticed the extreme poor condition of our roads and some buildings. And it'd be nice to have some progress used, some funds used to get those repaired and be in better shape, because our physical structures, physical infrastructures continue to deteriorate in many areas to a great degree. And it's not getting better without action. Second question I've got, and second statement, is on the microgrid and solar, is an update on the microgrid work. So that they can become energy independent when things go dark. Martin, anything?
You only make comments.
Well, I thought we could ask questions. Okay, in the past, we did ask questions.
So, Director Baskin, you can ask a question, but what I advise is that staff just take that under other advice and advisement and address it at the next meeting.
Okay, a little slight change in rules, that's all, yeah. Okay. Yeah. Without energy here, and as all the indications are, we're gonna have more and more expense for what we do have, and it'll get more and more unreliable. Public service, we should be able to keep our lights on at all times. I'm gonna pass on some hanger comments right now. But Nash, I hate to say this, but you agreed to come and pick up some signs at my place some time ago, and still like appreciate you coming over and pick them up, okay? All right, that's all I've got.
The demand register, the biggest ticket item on here was the ARP program, so our fire department's getting ready to heat up. Because the battalion chief has reached out to the president here and has asked for Nash and myself to meet with them so that we can talk about getting them over to our fire department. So that sounds really promising, and that's gonna take place, I bet, for July of 2024, where we can change and have a new contract with the city and have them over in our fire department. So they're helping everybody right off of the airport area to the citizens in Santa Maria. It'll be a win-win for both of us. I can't wait for that to take place. Okay.
All right. To add on to, biggest comment, yeah, I agree that we need to, I think it's a common consensus that infrastructure needs to be improved. There are prerequisite issues that we're working on, to get to that point. So looking forward to get those out of the way to, get that done. And, I do believe I said just to go and throw away the signs by the end of the meeting. So, yeah.
We have no comments.
Two things. One, because I want to remind staff, we need to get the lease to the city for the park. That's gonna run out of what we need to go. And that's basically my comment.
President, may I modify the report on the closed session just to? Sure. So I believe it not actually was required that we report on the vote of each member, so. The report on the closed session, item 12B, is that the board authorized to stay on the addition federal 11 kilo by a vote of 4 to 1, majority of Brown voting no.
All right.
Think about going here. Second.
All there?
Aye.